Yo, yippee. Whatever they say, we back and we got some content for you today.
Yeah. Yes, welcome back.
I should have been doing that forever.
Yes.
How's everybody doing today, man? We back in here.
We're listening for your answer.
This the what?
We're listening for the answer.
Oh, we're listening right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can listen.
Last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They told me.
Season finale.
Season.
Oh, no.
So right.
Already?
But we'll be back.
Time go by so fast because it don't seem like it's been months, but it's been months.
It's been months. Yeah, it's been
When did
3
we start?
months. August.
We started in
No, wait,
August.
we didn't start August.
Yes, we did.
We did?
We started in August.
Yeah, we started in
It
August.
hasn't been 3 months then.
Yes, it has.
Baby girl, it's September.
That's 3
But
months.
remember, sometimes we record ahead too, so by the time this airs, it would have been 3 months. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
what
next Wednesday. Okay.
Since we telling the business, obviously.
I'm about to say. Yeah, the math ain't mathing.
I think we started in July.
Did we start in July?
Because we got out from our family.
Okay. We started recording in July.
But we started
aired it in
airing.
No, we start airing in August.
Oh,
yeah.
We
They
got
got
all
to
the
speak.
secrets. Well, y'all know.
Gosh, what they gonna
Season
do
finale, y'all got everything.
It's okay. I'll edit that part out. They won't know our secrets.
I won't tell your secrets are safe with me. Edit that out, all right?
I don't
Cool.
think I will.
We should keep that. We should definitely keep that. But anywho, guys, I don't know why they waited until the end to have all this energy and do all this that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Daniel being the most one. Did you have some coffee before you got here today?
No, actually, but I did take a nap. I feel great.
We need to take a nap more often then.
Mm.
Before these recordings.
It got to be the right amount, because if he gets too much of a nap, then he wakes up.
Yeah.
But if not, then he's out
Just right today.
Jonathan, you're next to me today.
Yeah. Well, I was next to you before.
One time.
Yeah, on that side.
One time, but you're on my right side. That's
Yeah,
the
you can't
best
take
side.
the goat chair no more.
What?
You never was in
You
the
can't
golden
take
chair.
the goat chair no
This
more.
the goat chair.
No, this the goat chair
No,
right here.
It's the
She-
goat chick right there. You
She
go.
goat by association.
You're a goat by association.
I'd take that.
So,
Oh, here come the stickler. Okay, everybody, get in position.
wow, don't do me like that.
Formation.
Wow. I think it's funny, huh, Jeff?
But anywho, today as we wrap up, we want to talk about the bland days. The days that are just
The majority of the
Regular.
My day today.
No more.
the majority of the days. You know, you said that right, the majority of the days, because, you know,
not every
in
day.
life, I guess, you know, there's celebrations, there's birthdays, vacations, anniversaries,
There was a season for everything.
good
Yeah.
times and stuff, and then there's Christmas and New Year's. But
And then sometimes there's even like you have the bad days or because you're going through stuff, but then sometimes you just have the days so it's just right in the middle.
life, just life.
Yeah, you
it's
just lifing.
nothing. I wonder if you were to count how many days. I think of all the holidays in the year, I think there's like 20.
20 holidays?
Yeah.
Well, what
And
kind
then
of
if
national
you-
holidays?
Yeah, let's call them national holidays.
gosh,
the ones that
now we're
everybody.
getting
Because there's
Well, not
way
even
more
national.
than 20 holidays.
Not even national. Let's say national to keep it small.
Right. My point, I'm trying to make a point here, okay? My point is, of 365 days, there's probably, give or take, maybe 25 that's holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, ups, down, you know, like excitement is going on. And then imagine the rest of the time is just regular days where you're just
Regular, degular.
regular smegular.
Out of 300 days, 365 days, probably 300 days is just regular days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Then you got the days where you do stuff for yourself. It might not be a holiday, but it's a day you're looking forward to. That's one of your good days. And then you got holidays. And then you got days that you go with other people. That's they good days. But everything
Yeah.
else,
It's just regular days.
just living.
You know, and I think it's those days, the majority of those days that people get depressed, get overwhelmed, get stressed out, you know, compare their lives to other people, you know, and just feel like they just can't life.
Yeah.
You know, or just feel like life is just not right or not fair or not, you know what I'm saying? How do you get through those bland days? And I feel like you should prepare yourself, or you should be better equipped to deal with the bland days more than you are the good days. Because it don't take nothing to celebrate and have fun and get caught up in a vibe, you know?
Yeah. Today was supposed to be my good day. You feel me? I'm a little sad now. My P5 was supposed to be coming today.
That's what
it's
you
still
was
not
going
here.
back and forth and asking me every 5 minutes for the mailman.
Can I have your old one?
Still not here. The Xbox? You can have the Xbox, yeah.
Not the Xbox.
I ain't got a P5. I ain't got a P4 no more. It's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, it been mine already.
Yeah. But
The bland days, guys. The bland.
today turned bland. It was supposed to be a good day. I was gonna be playing the game all day. It's bland now though. But we here.
Yeah, I feel like it's so. Is that hyper socialized the word? It's just so. It's very commonly
Never
portrayed
heard that one.
to be to have an active life. Like social media, you always see the highlight reels and everything, and you go on someone's page and that's all you see. You see them going here, going there, going there, going there, and you just, like Mama was saying, you compare your life, and all you see is your bland days, because all you're seeing on Instagram and social media and stuff is
random people,
the good days, the highlights, and what they're doing and stuff, and then we think our life is bland because we compare it to theirs.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's so weird. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's so weird how, like we were just saying, out of 365 days out of the year, we have the 300 days are like the bland days. You think we'd be kind of used to bland days.
Yes.
But
Yeah, because you have that the most. You would think that you'll be used to it, but
Nah, you always want more, remember? You always want more.
people keep...
So when you don't get what you're looking for, or you don't get the more you expect, or even if you feel like your life is not on the track where it needs to be, those bland days could really hit hard.
yeah, that's true.
There's ways to get around bland days, though.
What are those
It
ways?
is. I mean, for myself, you feel me? Because I can't speak for everybody,
Well, yeah, that's
but
true.
if you watched a couple of the episodes or most of the episodes, you see me, I usually revert back to the same thing, goals. I don't know, I lean a lot on my goals. My goals really get me through a lot. Like, they help me within, like, every situation. On my bland days, my goals is the things that keep me going, that keep me from getting depressed. It's the thing that I strive for the next day and the next year and whenever. I just got something there for me to look forward to, for me to reach for me to grind for. My motivation is there. My goals is like a big part of me. So I feel like goals, setting up something that you want to reach, even if it's saving to get something or something like that.
Yeah.
A goal is a goal, and if you got something to strive for every day, you don't really see the bland days because you're busy doing what you're doing to get to the next level.
To see 'em.
Your mind state.
It's-
Well, at least my mind is always going. So like even in the bland days, when when I have a bland day, I can just feel it. Like, and when I just go back to the basics. Like whenever I feeling super bored, I just go back to writing, and I just write so much. So that's just helped me get through the time. That's my bland days. That's just what I do though.
What do you do, Mommy?
I'm trying to think if I have... Do I have... I guess I have
You got
bland
kids.
days.
Oh, yeah.
It's always something going on,
Yeah.
but I think once you get older and you get to a certain age, you realize that every day is a day for something, and for some reason and for some purpose. And you know, as you're handling so much on your plate, when you're occupied, I think you reach for the bland days. You know, you want days where you're just... You
That's
have
facts.
downtime and you don't have anything to do, and you can just relax and chill, binge watch TV or da-da-da-da. And then if you're not paying attention, if you're not that focused on what other people are doing, you don't really consider your days bland days, because you're not comparing it to something else. You're not, watching other people doing things and thinking, oh, I'm not doing anything. You're so caught up in the things that you're doing, like you said, your goals. You're so caught up in the things that you're passionate about. And when you're trying to work on you, it's so hard to be focused on other people at the same time.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the more you start to look inward, or you should, start looking inward at what truly makes me happy. Forget what they're doing. What is going to make me truly happy? What do I really love?
Yeah, because when you're doing what you love, there's not going to be a lot of bland days.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
I feel like when you're like really focused, like when you're really in tune, like you can look at the social media or see what everybody doing and stuff, and it's like perspective. It's like that makes you want to look inward, kind of. That's how I am. So like when I see other people doing their stuff, or other people living crazy or doing stuff they want to do, I'm like, that kind of makes me want to go back to the basics, like I was saying, and so I can just build and get there.
You see, it's good that you do have a basis to go back to.
Yeah.
You know, that pivot foot.
Yeah.
You know, that planted foot, that foot that is planted securely on something, on some type of foundation, whether it's planted on your goals, whether it's planted on your family, whatever it is. When you start feeling shaky or you start feeling like, what am I doing? You go back to that pivot foot. You come back, and it gives you the energy and everything that you need to now launch forward into something else. You know,
it brings back clearer focus.
It brings back
what
clarity,
do I need to do?
Focus. What I need to do.
Where am I at right now?
Right.
I think it's so true what Jonathan was saying about what he does to avoid bland days, is just to write and just think about his passion and everything. And I think most people who say they have bland days or are bored, in my opinion, I think it's because they don't have a passion, or they don't have anything that they're focusing on. Because when you have a passion and you know what you want, every single day you're going to strive to seek out more information and to do it and everything like that, and you won't have time for bland days.
Right.
And that's facts.
Yeah, and you because you're steady trying to get better. But if you are someone that feel like you don't have something that you're passionate about, what do? You know,
I feel like everybody has something that they're passionate about. You might be unaware that you're passionate about it, but if you step back and take like a bird's eye view on your own life, and you look at the little things you do, and then you look at what you do the most and what you have the most fun doing, and what you put the most effort into, I guess. Yeah. You'll find out what your passion is, or what you like doing, your hobby. It doesn't have to be something that makes you money or something that contributes to your overall life, but it's something that keeps you happy. What keeps the bland days away.
Yeah, and I think also not following the trends or following what everybody else is doing, because if you're just doing stuff because of the approval of others, or because it's popular or really out there and stuff, you're going to get good at it because you're always doing it, but you're just going to get good at it because you're always doing it. Not necessarily that you want to do it, just it's what my parents say I should do, is what my friends say I should do, is what the internet says I should do. And
then it just becomes work.
It just becomes a work, a habit, and then it's not your passion.
It's not as fulfilling when people, you don't get the accolades that you think that you should get from doing it, right? And not only does it not fulfill you, but it leaves you
feeling like empty,
unhappy, wanting, and sad, because it's not filling you at your core. It's just trying to appease other people, and you lose yourself in the process. Yeah, which makes it hard for you to find you and figure out what makes you happy. You know, which again brings back the cycle of the bland days. You're doing all this stuff, but it's still not satisfying.
You could be doing a whole lot of stuff and your whole day filled up and your whole week and stuff, but you could still be doing all that and have bland days.
And my advice to somebody would be to like explore more, try something new like that you haven't seen. Like, cause like the more you go outside and the more you try things new that you just never tried before, you just don't even see in your life, cause you just don't even have no idea of going that direction. Just try new things, cause the more things you try, the more things you know, the more things you find out, and then the more things you find out about yourself too.
That's facts.
Yeah, I would also say to, if you're one of those people that just get accustomed to doing what everybody else is doing, step back from wherever you're looking at what everyone else is doing. Take some time away from that, and I think that'll really help you to find yourself and learn new things about yourself that you didn't know.
Yeah, so step away from TikTok. I mean, this might sound like a foreign concept, but you don't need it to live. Step away from TikTok, step away from Instagram. Matter of fact, I think it's a healthy practice to every so often, I would say a few times a month, step away from it. Go a day or two without looking at it, you know, so that you can truly connect with you. Because once you silence the noise outside, your inner voice is going to become louder. You know, and you'll hear what you love. You'll hear, sometimes we may find ourselves liking things that, you truly don't really like it. You just like it because it's a trend, or you just like it because it's popular. But if you step away from it, you realize, I don't really like that, but what do I like? I got to get in tune with me. I got to get in touch with me. And for the most part, when people used to say that to me when I was younger, I didn't know what that means. But more or less what it means is finding your inner strength, inner joy, and inner peace. Pull away everything without any, how should I say?
Distractions?
Not only distractions, but without anything probing things, what do I like? What comes to me naturally? You know what I'm saying? And when I say probing things, I mean without the internet telling me to buy this. Influences, that's the word. Without any influences, what comes naturally to you?
That's good.
And in order for you to find that out is you have to remove the influences. Like you said, Jazmine, remove the Instagram, remove the Facebook, and challenge yourself. You know what would be a good challenge to see? Challenge yourself to see if you can go without social media for a week.
That is why you said that. I mean, I might be late to the party. I'm always a little slow.
I thought you was here.
But when you said that, take away influences, you know what they call people that have a lot of followers and stuff on Instagram and all that? They're influencers. They there to influence you, to put something inside of your head that wasn't there before.
Yeah. That's it.
So if you step back from social media, you step back from everything, the distractions, you will find you. You are somewhere down there hidden. You feel me? You just gotta stop all the outside influences and listen to what your head is saying, what your brain, what your soul is saying.
Yeah. The more you see on Instagram, everything you see, you think you just see it and it goes away, but it's in your subconscious mind the whole time. So when you remove those, you'll see your real thoughts start to come to mind. Where did that thought come from? But a lot of the times what we're thinking of is something we seen, something we heard, something that's different, that was put into our head, that's not what our actual thoughts were.
Yeah, your environment determines who you are. That's why whether you believe in that. That's why I feel like it's so important to know yourself and know what you like everyone is saying, because if you go out every single weekend or you're doing something, hanging out with your friends and everything like that, and you don't know what you want, if your bland days, those are gonna start to feel like bland days in a way.
What do you mean by that?
When your friends are not there, when you're forced to be by yourself now.
You have people talking in your ear.
Now you're sad. Now you're like, oh my gosh, everything is falling apart because you're not used to quieting yourself.
That was me for a while. When I went to Japan, because y'all know before I joined the military, I threw parties. I hosted parties. I was going to a lot of parties. I was a big social person. You feel me? That's all I did. That was a big part of my life. And going to Japan, I don't really know nobody but one or two people. I'm not really going out. I'm by myself most of the time. It was hard, but once I started going out, like Jonathan said, going to find new things, exploring, and I was doing this by myself, I started to see what I like. I started to see
create your own
what I wanted to do. And that I always been a outgoing person, you feel me? I always had a voice, a loud voice at that. But I kind of tuned it, if you could understand that.
You kind of fine tune it to make it more yours without the outside influences. Yeah, that is it. That is what it's about.
Yeah, that stuff like that can be kind of. I don't want to assume stuff like that. I feel like stuff like that can be kind of easy for you because you're a very strong person. You know how to.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. We on YouTube. The strongest people, they the ones that are the most sensitive. It might not look because they got a good tough skin. They the ones that could they could show you and make it seem like portray that you're not getting to them. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things I go home and think about that people done told me throughout the day. It might have hurt it. It might have been something that made me more aware or something like that. But I'm not gonna show you right there because this is not me. But it's a lot of things that the people that you think are strong and go back home and they think about later.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw a video on I guess it was done on TikTok, but it came over on Instagram, and it was this whole big campaign that was done by some celebrities, and they were showing the faces of a few people that committed suicide, and the point of showing it was to show that a lot of people in those pictures were strong people, or they seemed strong. They were advocates for different things. They did different things. They were outgoing. They live a life and they were trying to say that it's not what it looks like. You know, just because somebody looks sad doesn't necessarily mean that's the person that's contemplating killing themselves. And just because somebody looks happy doesn't mean that that's the person that's not contemplating or thinking about it.
All these words are just relative.
Yeah.
Like, it's what it is to you. Like, you can say you're a strong person, but, like, it's just how somebody else sees you. Like, it's how they see you as a strong person, but it's all different to everybody what the definition of being a strong person is. Like,
Yeah, because my definition of being a strong person is not me.
Wow.
It's not. I'm still striving for, looking to be the strong person that everybody else see in me. You feel me?
Wow.
exactly.
That's good. But it's good that sometimes we don't see what other people see in us.
And that's a good thing, too, yeah.
That's a good thing, too. And it's good when you have that awareness to say, I appreciate it, but I'm trying to get to that place. I'm trying to get to that point. But it also gives you something to aspire to.
Yeah, to work towards.
If they see this in me, then it must be true. You know, if they see this in me, then it must be something that
Like a
I
little
can
motivation.
attain.
Yeah.
You know, and then when people say you're strong, or when people tell me that I'm strong, I always ask them why. And the reason why I ask why is so that I can see what you're seeing.
Yeah, because they might say something
Specifically.
that you might never heard before, you might have never seen.
That's
That
it.
somebody else is seeing. Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I realize, the things that I think that I'm not, ooh, this is so good. The things that I think makes me weak. Sometimes people are seeing my other strengths. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit and I think about, I didn't handle this right, or I don't like this about myself, so that must make me a weak person, or I'm not strong because I didn't finish this, or I didn't do this, or I cried because of this, or, you know, I broke down, I didn't follow through on this one thing. Somebody else is telling me, you know what, you're strong because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So they're now seeing my other strengths that I'm overlooking because I'm focusing on my weaknesses. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Which is why it's so important who surrounds you. Because if you just surrounded by people who are feeding you trash, that's going to be reflected towards you, and you're not going to be in the good state of mind mentally and physically. But if you're around people who can see what you're not seeing and can tell you things to make you better, it's going to make you better.
Facts.
Right. And that's the reason, too, why you need to be very selective about whose counsel you take. You know what I'm saying? Who can speak into your life? You know, first of all, do they have equity? Do they know you enough to tell you good or bad? Because random people, it is random people who can come and see something in you and tell you. But for the most part, you want people around you that know you, and people around you that you know to be of sound judgment. You know, like when certain people tell me something, I'm like, you tell everybody that. You know?
Like how, like how
You tell everybody that.
like how, like,
no, stop.
like a king or they have like they counsel people that they go to.
They have,
They can trust.
yes, they have.
Because a king can't go to
Like
a
the
peasant
people that they be
and
like,
tell them and ask him about this.
Bring
and
me
that.
Jester. Bring me Daniel. I need to speak to him right now.
Yeah, it's just like how how Saul was with David. You know.
Oh yeah.
David, he trusted what David had to say. but that point that you're saying makes sense. You know, how we're surrounded, how, you know, the people that hurt you, not hurt you, but the people that tells you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. A lot of times those are the people, when they say you're strong or you're right or you're this or you're that, you believe them more.
The ones you need to
You know,
listen to, yeah.
Those are the ones that you believe more, because you say, they tell me the good or bad, and if they're telling me this, it got to be true, you know. So being able to value that too, you know, even when you don't want to, because sometimes it goes like this. You know, I could be giving you advice about something that's not affecting you in this moment, and you can take it, you know, you'd be like, good, that's good counsel or whatever. Thank you for sharing that with me. But if I come to you on a day that you are going through that same thing, and I start giving you that advice, you may not want to hear it.
That's facts.
You may not want to take it, you know, because in that moment,
You're vulnerable to that situation.
But that is the time when you need to take the counsel the most. When you feel like you're vulnerable, when you're in your feelings about something. I've come to the point where I don't. This is gonna sound weird. I don't put my trust in my feelings.
That doesn't sound weird.
That doesn't sound weird.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say I don't trust my feelings, but what I think is better for me to say it, I don't put my trust in my feelings.
You can be clouded
sometimes,
by it.
Right, you can be clouded, but sometimes your feelings could be on track. But I don't let that be the basis for what I'm doing, because I know me, and I know that your emotions doesn't necessarily align with truth.
That's fact.
Your feelings don't always align with truth. Your feelings have a way of just being
aligning with wants.
with wants, or what you think, or what you believe. I remember there was one time I was scared of
Dogs.
needles, or you can even say dogs. And I was I was about to get a shot, and the thought of it, I actually felt like I was getting, and the lady was like, I didn't even take the whatever
Shot
it is what I was getting out of the tube or whatever it was. She was like, I'm nowhere near you, and my feelings was telling me that she just poked me so hard. And that's just one thing. And then there's the next thing of dogs. I have this fear of
irrational
dogs,
fear.
And it could be the smallest dog that cannot do me anything. My feelings is going to say to me, if a dog busts in this door right now, it would not be a pretty sight. I will be on top of this desk over there before you can say...
I've seen it.
You've experienced it.
I've experienced it.
You're almost dog
We're not going to talk about that. we ain't that cool with y'all yet.
Maybe season 3. You'll hear a little bit more.
Yeah, season 3.
Stick around. I'm sure they're going to tell on me, though. But yeah, that's it. That's some of it for the blind days.
Yeah.
You gotta appreciate the blend days,
You do.
because it's gonna make you appreciate the days where it's not bland.
When I was in Japan, I used to yearn for bland days.
Yeah,
It was working so much, like on the ship all the time, out in the water all the time, working late hours. Sometimes we'll work like 20-hour days.
Ooh.
And that's like 5 to like 12 o'clock, and got to come back at 5. That's crazy. You just can't wait for one day you got off. You just don't want to do nothing. You don't even want to get up to eat. You just want to lay in your bed all day.
But you hear so many famous people, like rappers, they talk about how they wish they were
Back to
the simple days before they got famous.
Yes.
They said a lot.
I know that Drake always say that. Drake said that in one of his songs. He was wishing to be back to the days. And he also said in one of his songs, I am a Drake fan. He also said in one of his songs something that we were talking about, Jonathan, and he was saying how when, half the things that we see on circulating on Facebook and stuff, some of it is not even true. And I think there's a line in his song that says, he knows a girl.
Emotionless, yeah.
That, that's all, emotionless. That takes pictures wherever she goes and save
To
them.
make it look like she's
She's always on the go. And then he said he knows a girl that
Happily married?
she's not happily married, but
Until she puts her phone. She's happily married until she puts her phone down.
yeah, man, it's good. Just listen to it. Emotions, I think, is what
If you
it's called.
haven't, chances are you already have. But
Chances are you already heard it. But it's just, and I've had times myself where I've posted things or just for the sake of content. You get stuff and you create content. Like the things that you're seeing on Instagram and stuff, they're content. It's content, people. Yeah. So I would post something and people would be like, oh, and I'm like, that's not today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen today. Even in stories. I took that picture 2 weeks ago. I just feel like posting it now.
When I was in Japan, I would post pictures like when I was on leave back over here, and everybody be hitting me up. Oh, you in Jacksonville? You here?
yeah, it's tripping me out sometimes.
I'm in Japan still, bro. I just posted something I liked that I wanted to see again.
Yeah, I just posted something I like and I want to see. And imagine that's the thing that you're tripping about. That's the thing that you're looking at your life and discrediting what you got over some stuff people might have did 6 months ago, a year ago, and they staggering their photos out. It's just wild. It's just wild.
But is that my phone? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, are you trying to play your music? Are you trying to do a little something for us? I don't know. But go ahead, run the beat, John. Go. Give people something to go with.
Y'all gonna put me on the spot like that, huh? That's for crazy.
Go ahead, you got it.
It just me and MaDukes in the studio. Y'all making a whole offbeat beat, man. Hey, we tried.
I didn't think you ready because you were supposed to roll right.
I was gonna go, but y'all messed the beat up.
Okay, Diane, you go. You alone.
In the studio, on the podcast, you already know. I don't know, I got nothing right.
But Diane's still going to get your breath. Well, hey. Guys.
Period, ooh, period, ah, period, ooh, period, ah.
Cut it out, period.
Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. Let's just wrap it up.
Don't believe everything you see.
I was gonna say let's do one thing that we've learned over the period thing, but I think we're gonna do that later, and we're gonna share that with you guys at a different time. But for now, this is it. We are out until
see y'all season 3.
And then Lumpy Sav on Instagram. Follow me. All medias actually.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Hit the button.
That's it for season 2.
Thank you for all your support and keep a lookout for our other series.
We'll be back soon with season 3 of Me and MaDukes Podcast.
Bye.